This call is now being recorded.
Okay, so today we are going to start the section 2. Am I audible clearly? Is screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So today we are going to start our second section, and that is first chapter of the second section is dimensional and model analysis, and second part of the chapter is forces on drag, forces on the immutable bodies. So these two subunits we have clubbed together to have our one chapter of second section. That is dimensional analysis, dimensional and model analysis, and here next is here forces on immutable bodies. So of that, one part is there, that is dimensional and model analysis, that we are going to take today. So dimensional analysis is method of dimension. It is nothing but that, it is method of dimension. It is mathematical technique used in research work to design and conducting model tests. So if it deals with the dimensions of physical quantities involved in the phenomena, all the physical quantities are measured by comparison, which is made with respect to arbitrarily fixed value. Length, mass, and time are the three fixed dimensions which are important in fluid mechanics. So that three dimensions are there, that is length, mass, and time. We are calling them as a fundamental dimensions, and other dimensions are we are using other than this length, mass, and time. These dimensions we are calling it as a secondary dimensions or derived dimensions, and these fixed dimensions are called fundamental dimensions, we know, and others we are called as a secondary dimensions, or we can call it as a derived dimensions. So first of all, we should know, so we know the dimensions are very important. So first is uh, fundamental dimensions, we know these are length, mass, and time, or we can say mass, length, and time, SLT for. So secondary or derived quantities are those quantities which possess more than one fundamental dimensions. For example, velocity is having dimensions meter per second. It involves two fundamental dimensions. One is meter and another is second. Then density we can take, involves two fundamental dimensions. One is mass and another is L, that is length. So secondary or derived quantities are the quantities which involves or which possesses one or more fundamental dimensions. Then we should know the fundamental dimensions are MLT form. That is whatever the secondary dimensions are there, that we can convert into the fundamental dimensions. That is in terms of mass, in terms of length, and in terms of time. So that first of all we should know. For that, we should know SI unit or SI unit of the dimension. So first is there, we'll go one by one now. This is very basic for this. Everybody know fundamental dimensions and derived dimensions. Already, I think you all learned in 12th standard. Am I right? Am I audible clearly? Am I audible clearly? Pramod? Somebody can reply.
Yes, sir. Audible.
Okay, not clear. Rakesh Birazdar, not clear. Others? Shubham Gade, no. Kandule, I'm not audible or what? Am I audible clearly?
Yes, sir. Audible.
Okay. फैन बंद कर फैन के बटन okay, so first of all we'll take fundamental dimensions. Let us consider length. That is, symbol is L and dimension is L. Okay. Then mass, another fundamental dimension is mass. Symbol is M and dimension is M that we are considering. And time is symbol is M and dimensions we are considering as a T. Then physical quantities where we want to get the derived quantities we want to get or derived quantities we want to write their fundamental dimensions. So as usual, basically we'll go for the first is area. Let us consider area. Area is a symbol we are denoting by A. It's having dimension meter square. So meter square means SI unit will be meter square. Therefore, it will be L raised to 2. Or in our case, we will write it as a M raised to 0. We can call it as a, let us consider, we will write in this format, M raised to 0. Okay, mass L raised to 2 and T raised to 0. So this way we'll write each and every dimensions, every property or quantity in this form, MLT form. Okay, mass raised to 0, L raised to 2, T raised to 0. In volume, what is volume? Anybody? Volume means unit is, what is volume? We can denote by capital V or unit will be somebody can. Volume will be, unit will be, SI unit will be. Am I audible?
Meter cube.
Meter cube, correct. And then its MLT form will be definitely M raised to 0, L raised to 3 and T raised to 0. So this will be the MLT form of volume. Then these are the geometric properties, we can say, the area and volume. Then another is kinematic quantities. Kinematic means what? The quantities which we consider for the motions. So kinematic and dynamic forces quantities we are considering for the forces. These we consider as a dynamic quantities. Now here kinematic quantities, first is velocity. Velocity means what? Anybody? What is the velocity unit will be? Meter per second. So I request everybody to write with me this table. It's a very important table. Velocity meter per second. Meter per second means what? M raised to, there is no mass, M raised to 0. L raised to 1 and T raised to -1. So this will be MLT form of velocity. Okay. Like way, we can say it is a radian angular velocity. Next will be angular velocity. Angular velocity, it is having symbol omega. And what is the unit? Radian per second. So radian per second means we are considering only second. So radian we are not considering. This is so per second. So it will be what? Radian per second means per second, or we can say simply per second. Per second means here T raised to -1. So M raised to 0, L raised to 0 and T raised to -1. So this will be the MLT form of angular velocity, M raised to L, L raised to 0 and T raised to -1. With this, similarly, we have to write the each and every quantity in terms of this MLT form. So angular discharge, we know what is discharge. unit will be Q and meter cube per second. So meter cube per second means m raised to 0, L raised to 3 and T raised to minus 1. Then acceleration due to gravity meter per second square. First of all, you understand our unit and you can complete. So everybody can complete this. Anybody? Okay. So we'll viscosity is what? Kinematic viscosity means meter square per second. Length force F is equal to what? F is equal to m into A. So we can write as m into m is here. M we have to write as a is equal to m means kg into acceleration means meter per second square. So it will become what? M raised to 1, L raised to 1 and T raised to minus 2. So everybody can complete this table. Everybody understood this? How to write MLT form? Because these MLT forms we have to use in the some theorems. So two theorems we are going to see in this chapter. One is Rayleigh's theorem and another is Buckingham's pi theorem. So for that we should know all the quantities that we are using in our subject. It's their MLT form or it is basic fundamental dimension form. Everybody understand? Please write in chat box or unmute and tell me. Understood? Please write in message box. Okay. Pramod Avaligan understood. Saurabh Pawar understood. Yes. Okay, then Shivani Nane understood. Diksha Mille understood. Okay, good. To complete this chart, shall I give 2 minutes to you? Nikita Pawar is not there in today's lecture. Pawar. Okay. Okay. So write down this table. So we have to use pressure. So we'll write. Okay, we'll revise. Weight is there. Weight means Newton. Again, like a force. Similarly. So weight is there. Weight is like a Newton only. So kg per meter cube. So a minute for like force ml T raised to minus 2. Density. It is density means what? Mass upon volume. Mass means kg per meter cube. So therefore it will become what? Density will become kg per meter cube. Then specific weight is equal to Newton per meter cube. So Newton we are knowing. So Newton per meter. So we have to write Newton per meter cube. Already we are having Newton means kg meter per second square. Okay. Into divided by meter cube. So this will become meter raised to 2. Okay, so it will become m raised to 1, L raised to minus 2, T raised to minus 2. So dynamic viscosity mu is equal to what? Newton second per meter square. So this will be Newton. If you know the unit, SI unit, Newton second per Newton second per meter square. It is equal to what? Kg. Newton means kg meter per second square into second divided by meter square. So you can simplify this and you will get what? M raised to 1, L raised to minus 1, T raised to minus 1. So this will be dynamic viscosity. Then pressure intensity P. P means what? Here P will be nothing but pressure. How are you defining pressure? Force per unit area. So Newton per meter square. So like this here we have to write. Okay. Then determine the dimensions of quantities below. So first numerical will be there. Determine the dimensions of the quantities given below: angular velocity, angular acceleration, discharge, kinematic viscosity, force, specific weight, and dynamic viscosity. Already we have taken. So angular velocity means angle covered in radians per time. So radians we are considering as a one only. 1 upon t raised to minus 1. Angular action radian per second square means t raised to minus 2. Discharge is equal to, we are knowing the unit, therefore not necessary to write again. Discharge means meter cube per second. Okay, so kinematic viscosity mu upon rho, or we know the unit, therefore there will no problem, meter square per second. Directly we know the unit, therefore MLT form will be m raised to 0, m raised to 0, L raised to minus 2, and here it will be t raised to minus 1. M raised to 0, L raised to 2, and t raised to here minus 1. Okay, then force already we know, we have done here. Then we are having the two methods of dimension analysis. One is what? Rayleigh's method, and another is what? Buckingham's pi theorem method. So first method is there, it is Rayleigh's method. So if any, what is purpose of the dimension analysis? So I will tell. So purpose of the dimension analysis is there, if any experiment we want to do, and we find that some variable, one variable is dependent on different variables, number of variables. And in that case, if we want to do the experimentation for all these kind of variables, the size of experiments, or the more experiments we have to conduct. So in that case, this is one of the methodology, mathematics here is there. So from this, we can form the groups of the variables depending on the dimensions. And if we perform the groups on the group, perform the experiment on that groups, therefore size of the experimentation will become less, because instead of doing the experimentation on one separate variable, okay, then getting the relationship with the different variables among themselves, instead of that, one variable and the group of variables. So if you make the groups depending on the dimensions, then definitely it will become easier, and it will reduce the size of the experimentation. And if the experimentation size reduced, the time of the experimentation can be reduced, the money involved during that experimentation can be, cost of the experimentation can be reduced, and the method will become simple. Okay, so this is, for that we are going to use this dimensional analysis to group the variables, or to get the relationship easily with the different kinds of the variables which are involved in the experimentation. Anybody having doubt about this now? So to group the variables, we are having the two types of methods. One is Rayleigh's method, and another is what? Buckingham's pi theorem. So Rayleigh's method, and another is what? Buckingham's pi theorem. So Rayleigh's method is there. This method is used for determining the expression for a variable which depends upon maximum 3 or 4 variables. Suppose that, for example, I know that discharge is there of the venturimeter. It depends on, or is a function of what? A function of what? Area of throat A1, A2, okay, and pressure difference H, acceleration due to gravity H. So F is a, so when means, in that case we say that discharge through the venturimeter or orifice meter depends on area. This is A1, A2, H, or G. So if the number of independent variables becomes more than 4, then this is very difficult to find the expression for a dependent variable. Dependent variable means that in that case, this Q is called as dependent variable. So different variables are there. So which variable depend on other parameters or other variable. So that variable is called a what? Dependent variable. So Q is, in this case, our case, Q will become what? Dependent variable, and others will become what? Independent variable. Okay. Then now let us X. Everybody getting? So limitation of Rayleigh's method is there, that here this is used when there are only maximally when there will be 3 or 4 variables. If number of variable on which dependent variable depends, it becomes exceeds than 4 or become more than 4, then this kind of method will not be suitable, or it will become very complicated. Okay, so let us have an example. Let x is a variable. Let x is a variable which depends on x1 and x2 and x3 variables. So x is a variable. X means in that case x is called as what? Which variable? Anybody? Now only I told x is called as x depends on x1, x2 and x3. Then x is called as anybody?
Dependent variable.
Dependent variable. So x is what? Dependent variable. So this depends on x1, x2 and x3 variables. Then according to Rayleigh's method, x is a function of, then x is a what? Function of x1, x2 and x3. Then in that case, we can write the dependent variable as a function of the variables which depends on them. So x is a function of what? X1, x2 and x3. And their relation can be written as what? X is equal to k into, it's one of the constant, k into x1 raised to a into x2 raised to b and into x3 raised to c. Everybody getting? So x is depends on x1, x2, x3. Then according to Rayleigh's, x can be written as x is equal to what? It is a function of x1, x2 and x3. Then x is equal to what? K, where k is a constant, into x1 raised to a into x2 raised to b and x3 raised to c. If it is a fourth variable will be there, x4 raised to d, where k is constant and a, b, c are arbitrary powers. A, b, c are the arbitrary powers. And these powers a, b, c can be calculated with the help of dimensional analysis, or with the help of what? The dimensional analysis. So everybody got this? Rayleigh's method? Write down methods of dimension analysis. So write down. Without writing, we cannot understand where without practicing, we cannot understand this. So everybody know now fundamental dimensions. Okay, second and then secondary dimensions, then MLT forms. That is the fundamental forms. All quantities we can write in their fundamental form. All quantities that we are learning in our fluid mechanics or any other subject, which can be all are the derived quantity. They are derived from fundamental units. Therefore, all variables or all quantities can be represented in their fundamental dimensions. So write down this Rayleigh's method. Are you writing? Somebody can chat yes or write down this Rayleigh's method. Only write down. Useful when number of independent variables are not more than 4. Then write down. Let x is a variable which depends on x1, x2 and x3 variable. And according to Rayleigh's method, x is a function of x1, x2 and x3. And then we can write x is equal to k into x1 raised to a, x2 raised to b and x3 raised to c, where k is constant and a, b, c are arbitrary powers. That powers we have to calculate with the help of dimensional analysis. Everybody got this? Understand this? If x is a dependent variable which depends on, again I am telling, is dependent on 3 variables. Let us consider x1, x2 and x3. Then one can write, according to Rayleigh, we can write x is a function of x1, x2, and x3, or x is equal to k into, k is a constant, x1 raised to a, x2 raised to b, x3 raised to c. Understood? Understood or not? Please write. Yes. Suhas Naste. Good. Suhas, today I think you are active. Suhas, good. Understood. Others, please reply like Suhas. Okay. Now one example we will take. One example is there. Time period T. Shall we continue? Or whether you have written all things? Shall I continue further numerical? Which numerical will be there on the release method? Shall I continue? Please chat
Yes, sir.
message. Shall I continue?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Others, please reply. Okay. Yes, okay. Okay, the example is time period T of a pendulum, time period T of a pendulum depends upon the length, time period of a pendulum depends on the length, time period of T of a pendulum depends on the length L and acceleration due to gravity G, and acceleration due to gravity G. Derive an expression for the time period. Derive an expression for the time period. So write down the numerical. So I will go to different slide. Instead of writing like this, so I will solve with you. Time period T of a pendulum depends on length of the pendulum and acceleration due to gravity G. Derive an expression for the time period. Okay, shall we go to next? Okay, so what is there? Time period T of a pendulum. So solution will be there. So time period T of a pendulum is depends on F is F of what? Anybody? F of anybody? I want everybody should be concentrating here. Length of pendulum and G. So F is a T is a F of L, comma G. Or how we can write according to release theorem? Anybody? Suhas? Or anybody? Unmute and tell. How we can write T is equal to, we want to relationship between T, L and G in that case. So T is equal to anybody? T is equal to K into anybody? Help me. K into L raised to A and G raised to B. Okay. Now this constant K is a constant. We can say K is equal to constant. And G, A and B are the arbitrary power that we have to find out. Okay. So this A and B we have to find out with the help of dimensional, by using the dimensions. So A and B. Now therefore, what we can write? Writing fundamental units by so what is our finding of A and B? We'll see. Okay. Finding of A and B. So if you get the A and B, then we can write a relationship between T, L and G. So we have to write. Therefore, what will be the fundamental dimensions of T? Write in chat box, or I am not writing. I am asking you, because you understood. Then MLT form of T. What is T MLT form? T is the fundamental dimension. M raised to anybody?
M0, L0,
T1.
m raised to
M0
0, L raised to 0, and T raised to
1.
1. T raised to 1 is equal to what? Anybody? Is equal to K. We'll write as a K as it is. L now. L will be what? M raised to
M0 L1 T0.
okay. M0 L1 T also 0 raised to power A, arbiter power A, into G. G means what? Acceleration due to gravity, meter per second square. M raised to somebody, M raised to M0 L raised
Zero.
to L raised M
1
meter
zero,
1
1
T raised to
T raised to
minus 2.
minus 2.
Okay. Raised to power B. Am I right?
B.
Okay. Now, what do I have to do? K and B we have to find out. And for that, what do I have to do is there equating. Now, there is no M term is there. So, L, therefore, equating powers of L are there. So, we'll first of all equating powers of L. We'll get the equations and equating powers of T. Equating. If you equating powers of M, everything will become 0 is equal to 0. Okay. So, these equating powers of, so these are called as homogeneous equation. Means all the equations are homogeneous means what? Anybody? Dimensional homogeneous means anybody? Equating powers of L. Means whatever dimensions are there. Okay, we'll go that one concept. Dimensional homogeneity. One concept is there. What is that dimension homogeneity? The dimension homogeneity means the dimensions of each term in the equation on both sides are equal. Means M, if it is the equation is there, V raised M power of M is same as in the LHS case, LHS, and also at RHS. Like this, here length, fundamental dimensions are there. They are same at RHS side as well as what? Here left hand side. Both sides of the equation, if the powers of M, L, T are same, then that equation is called as a dimensional homogeneous equation. That generally all the equations are dimensional homogeneous. Some equations are also there which are dimensionally not homogeneous. These are called as dimensional non-homogeneous equation. For example, we are given an example that is V is equal to root 2 GH. Generally means 99%, 90%, 99%. All the equations are dimensionally homogeneous. Means their powers of fundamental dimensions, that is M, if we take M on LHS side, powers of M on LHS side should be equal to powers of M on RHS side. So these are called a dimensional homogeneous equation. And they have given one example that is V is equal to root 2 GH. V is equal to root 2 GH. So dimension of LHS is equal to V is equal to L by T. It is equal to L raised to here M meter per second. So meter per second means what we can say here M raised to, we'll write the book is M raised to L, M raised to 0, L raised to 1 and T raised to minus 1. Okay. So they are writing L raised to T, L into T raised to minus 1. So, but we'll write MLT form. Okay. So dimensions of RHS. So root 2 GH. So they have given there is no dimension for 2. G means L upon T square into L raised to L square, square root of L square divided by T square is equal to L by T is again equal to L raised to T raised to minus 1. And so dimensions are same, L raised to T and this will same. Therefore, dimensions of LHS is equal to dimensions of RHS is equal to L raised to T raised to minus 1. And these are called as dimensionally homogeneous equation. So we're using that point. So equating powers of L, all the equations are dimensionally homogeneous. Powers of M is equal to at RHS side should be equal to powers of M at LHS side. So equating powers of L. Okay. So who will tell now? Somebody I want to tell. Equating powers of L. What is powers of L in this LHS side? Anybody? Anybody powers of L at LHS side? Are you getting?
L raised to 0.
L raised to 0 means 0. Powers only where is equating powers. So 0 means 0 is equal to k, there is no power. Okay. L, this is L raised to 1. Raised to a means what? What we can write? Powers will be, anybody? M
A.
where one is it? Yeah, somebody is correct.
A.
Swas, no? A, correct. A plus here. Yeah, here there will be no,
B.
sorry, A plus L raised to 1
B.
into B. A plus
B.
B. So this will be equation which was considered a small one equation. Everybody getting? Then second, we'll equate powers of T. So A, or we are getting one equation, A plus B is equal to 0. Their next equation. Equating powers of T. Who will tell equation? Anybody? T means here LHS said T is here, power of T is equal to 1. Am I right? 1 is equal to, here somebody can tell. Others please reply. Is equal to what? K here. T raised to 0 into A. A into 0 means it will become 0 plus. Here it will become
Minus 2B.
minus 2B, correct. Minus 2B. Or you can say that B is equal to, anybody?
Minus 1 half.
Minus 1 upon 2, correct. Okay. Now we know B, but A plus B is equal to A minus 1 upon 2 is equal to 0. Therefore, A is also equal to, anybody? 1 upon 2. Am I right? Now we can write in our equation. So with this equation as equation number 1. What the relation is there? Roman 1, you can use Roman 1 equation number. Roman 1. Now put the constants A and B now in this equation. Therefore, putting in 1, substituting you can put, or putting in 1. Okay. Therefore, what we can write? Putting in 1 means T. T is equal to what? Don't write now the MLT form now. Only our purpose was to take, get the value of K, A and B. T is equal to what? K into L raised to, what is L raised to? 1 half into, what is G raised to minus 1 half. Or is equal to what? You can say that here T is equal to K into what? Square root L raised to 1 means what? Shall we write? Directly, everybody will understand, na? 1 half means square root. Okay, L by G. So this one relation. So this was the pendulum relation. Pendulum's time is equal to T is equal to K into square root of L by G. So with this here, we can get the relationship with the help of dimensions. If dependent variable depends on up to 4 independent variable, then to find out their relation, we are using this what? Rayleigh's theorem. And it is T is equal to K into square root of L by G. Okay, the value of K is determined from the experiment which is given. So our purpose is only to solve up to this. Okay, if we experiment, we can find out K is equal to 2 pi. Therefore, T is equal to 2 pi upon 2 pi into L square root of L upon G. So to this only is our purpose. So this is our afterwards. If experimentation they have to do, and we have to find out value of K. Everybody understand this? Understand T is equal to K into square root of L by G. And K value, if you know, in pendulum we know, was getting Shivani Nani, okay, Ajit Nandala, okay, Pramod, okay. Now one numerical I will give it to you. Okay. So now independently you can solve this. Find the expression for power P developed by pump depends on. I want that. So I'll write the equation and I will find the expression for power P developed by pump when P depends on head H, discharge Q, and specificate small w. So I'll write here. Find expression for pump power. I'll write shortly. Pump power P depends on head means height. Head H, comma, discharge Q, and discharge Q and specific weight. Everybody can solve? Or my help is required? Find expression for pump power P. Everybody is visible now? The screen is visible to you all? Is screen visible to all?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, good, good, sir. Now, can you solve? Or not? Find expression for pump power P depends on head H, discharge Q, and specific small w. Now we'll take first step. Now I'll ask somebody other than Swaz understood, I think. We'll tell first step. What we have to write according to Rayleigh's theorem. What we have to write? First, P is equal to what is P is equal to what? According to Rayleigh's theorem, P is F of what we have to write? Power is depend on F of F in bracket. Anybody?
HGW. HGW.
Correct. H, comma Q, not G. Where G is coming? Head H, discharge Q, and space W. So H, Q, and W.
W.
Okay. Or we will tell. Or P is equal to what? We can write P is equal to K into
H raised to
H
A
correct.
into
Q raised to
Q raised to
Q raised-
B.
Okay. And W raised to
W raised to C.
C. Okay. Now we have to find out A, B, C. Okay. Finding A, B, C. Finding A, comma B, comma C. Now power P. Power means what? Anybody? We write MLT form of power. Power P is equal to anybody. Power is unit is what? SI unit of power is. Who will tell? Swaz. Watt.
Watt.
Okay. Watt. Or we can say it is a watt, or we can say
Joule per second.
joule per second. But what is joule in terms of joule means what? Work. Work is equal to what? Anybody? Joule means work. Work means what? Meter force into anybody? W is equal to F into S. Force into displacement. Correct na? Okay. Divided by second. Am I right? Or is equal to what? Newton. Displacement Newton meter per second. Everybody understanding? So ask. Correct na?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Huh? Correct? Therefore,
Yes,
Newton
sir.
means what? Newton's SI fundamental form of Newton will be what? Kg meter divided by what? Kg meter divided by second square. Newton is equal to F. F is equal to M into A. Many times we are using that relation. M into A means kg per acceleration is meter per second square. Okay. And E is equal to what? Kg meter per second into meter divided by second. Right na? Is equal to kg meter square divided by 10 raised to 2. Correct? So ML2, therefore, power unit will become what? Power is equal to what? In that case, our ML2 form is equal to power ML2 formula M raised to
M raised to 1.
L raised to
L raised to 2.
and T raised
T
to
raised to minus 3.
minus. Am I right? Na?
Minus 3.
We have done calculation
Yes,
correctly.
sir.
Okay. Okay. Then we have to find out now. We have to write that P is equal to what? K into DCH. Therefore, we'll write now other unit we know. Therefore, M raised to 1 L raised to 2 T raised to minus 3 is equal to K into H. Who will tell the unit of H? H means what? Head. Head is having unit. Anybody? हेड म्हणजे काय असतं? पोटेन्शियल हेड झेड. तर युनिट काय असतं आपलं नेहमी? हेड मीन्स इट इज हॅव्हिंग युनिट. हेड मीन्स
L1.
काय? L1 L मीटर.
Height.
L means height. It is equal to m raised to 0, L raised to 1 and T raised to also 0. raised to A into what? Q. Q means what? Discharge. Discharge means meter cube per second. Meter cube per second means m raised to again 0, L raised to 3, T raised to minus 1 raised to B into C. What is now? Sorry, W. Specific weight. What is the unit of specific weight? Specific weight means what? Anybody? We should know the units, so otherwise we will not solve this numerical science. We should know fundamental units, SI units of all quantities. Specific weight were defined as Newton per. It is weight per
Newton per
volume.
kg.
Newton per meter. Not meter. Newton per meter cube. Here, what is weight per unit volume? Meter Newton divided by meter cube. Therefore, it will become Newton second. So kg means what? Kg meter second square is the and into here 1 upon meter cube. So this will be cancelled. It will become what will be now m raised to m raised to 0, sorry, m raised to 1, L raised to, it will become L raised to minus 2 and T raised to also minus 2. Okay, this find out. Everybody, am I right? Everybody understanding? Any mistake happened from my side in writing units, etc. I will inform. Okay, so m raised to 1, L raised to minus 2, L raised to 2, T raised to minus 3 is equal to K into m raised to 0, L raised to 1, T raised to 0 raised to A, m0, L3, T raised to minus 1, B raised to B, m1, L raised to minus 2, T raised to minus 2 raised to C. Understand? Please write and yes and over. Out. 1 minute. Okay, yes, over. Good reply. Good. Okay, now can you able to solve powers of A, B, C, and you tell me the values? I will give 2 minutes, 3 minutes to all. I will give 3 minutes to all. They take 5 minutes, no problem. So tell me the value of A, B, and C. Somebody has replied in answers. Huh? We'll check the answers. बाहेर पडलो काय meeting? होय. Okay, somebody got, I think Nikita Power got answer. A raised to 1, B raised to 1, C raised to 1. Okay. So I'll write some answers here. A raised to 1, B raised to 1, and C raised to 1. Okay, then Ajit also got answer. A raised to 1, B raised to 1, C raised to 1. Good, very good. Shivani Nani got answer. Okay, everybody is getting, so we'll not waste our time now. So A raised to 1, B raised to 1, and C raised to 1. Okay, so we'll write the relation then. What is where our relation? This is equation number 1, Roman 1 for this. P is equal to K into H raised to A, Q into Q raised to B, small w raised to C. Therefore, only thing is there that now P, power P is equal to what? Power P is equal to K into H raised to A means H only, Q raised to B means only B, Q and W. So what? So by relation, when we everybody know relation, what is that? Here rho Q G H. Okay. Or relatively K into H raised to H, Q and W. Okay. This is one relation that was expected. K is equal to H, Q, W. Everybody getting? What? S over you can write. Understood? So let us take one more example. I think KHW. So okay, A1. Okay. This third relation, everybody can find out. Find expression for drag force on a smooth sphere. Find expression for drag force on smooth sphere of diameter D, moving with a uniform velocity V in a fluid density rho and dynamic viscosity mu. Find expression for drag force on smooth sphere of diameter D, moving with uniform velocity V in a fluid of density rho and dynamic viscosity mu. Okay, let us. So write down FD, drag force will denoted by letter FD. तो जाता है ना घरी घरी जाता है नहीं okay, we have to find out expression for drag force. Write down. We will find expression on drag force on smooth sphere of diameter D, moving with uniform velocity V and in a fluid of density rho and dynamic viscosity mu. So what we can write? FD, drag force, let us consider denoted by letter FD. FD is a function of FD function of what? Smooth sphere diameter D, dV rho W. Okay. D diameter D, velocity V, density rho, and mu, no, not W, mu. FD is a FD is function of D, V, rho, and mu. In where to find out. So what we can write? Anybody? FD can be also written as drag force FD is equal to K into D raised to A, V raised to B, rho raised to C, mu raised to D. Now, who will tell? FD means what? M raised to finding out ABCD you can write. Finding of A, comma B, comma C. Okay. Then FD means force. FD means what is the MLT form of MLT? FD. This should be on our tip of tongue. FD means Newton. Newton means kg meter per second square. Means M raised to anybody? 1. L raised to 1. T raised to minus 2 is equal to K into D means here we can write M raised to D means L only. M raised to 0, L raised to 1, T raised to 0 raised to A. Then velocity V means M raised to 0, L raised to 1, T raised to minus 1 raised to B. Density kg per meter cube means M raised to 1, L raised to minus 3, T raised to 0 raised to here C. Viscosity Newton second per meter square. So mu is equal to what? Newton second per meter square. This is dynamic viscosity. So Newton second. Newton means what, right? Kg meter divided by second square into second divided by meter square. Yes, we will cancel this m. What will be there in this case? M raised to 1, L raised to minus 1, T raised to also minus 1. Am I right? Up till now I have done correctly. Understood? Understood or not? Please write in chat box. Yes. Nikita Paul, yes. Okay. Shivani Nani, yes. Pramod Avlekar, yes. Good. Can you able to find out now then A, B, C, equating powers of L? Okay. And find, okay. So, okay. Very good. Find now powers of A, B, C, D. Tell me the A, B, C, D. Tell. A is equal to, B is equal to, C is equal to. Can you able to solve? B is equal to, C is equal to. B. A is equal to, B is equal to, C is equal to, and D is equal to. Tell me. Can you able to solve? First of all, tell me, are you able to solve? Are you solving or I have to solve? Somebody can reply in chat box. Solving it like this. Solving. Okay, Nikhil about solving. Others please also reply. Okay, I think nobody is getting answers, so I will help. Okay. So equating powers of m will get powers of m will get at equating. If you are getting then no problem. Otherwise, we'll go to directly solution for this instead of going solving and wasting time. What we'll do? We'll go to the solution directly. The solution is available. Okay, so FD is k into d raised to a, v raised to b, rho raised to c, and mu raised to d. So therefore, m raised to l, m into l raised to 1, t raised to minus 2 is equal to k into l raised to a, l raised to 1, t raised to minus 1, b, m, l raised to 3. So this your return. So I think our units are also same. And equating powers of m, l, d, powers of m, if we equate then 1 is equal to here m only c, 1c plus d. Okay, 1 is equal to, so this equation will call it as a equation, will call it as equation number small 1. Equating powers of L will get 1 is equal to A plus B minus 3C minus D. Powers of T minus 2 is equal to F minus T minus D. As there are 4 unknown and 3 unknown values, hence it is not possible to find out values of A, B, C, D, but 3 of them can be expressed in terms of fourth variable. Now therefore C is equal to 1 by D. So equation here, three, there are 4 unknown and 3 equations. So A, B, C, D are the 4 unknown and 3. And here A, B, C, D, but there of them can be expressed in terms of fourth variable. Therefore, C is equal to 1 minus D, B is equal to 2 minus D, A is equal to 1 minus B minus plus 3C plus D. So instead of here B will write as a 1 minus 2 minus D plus 3 into 1 minus D plus D. Therefore, A is equal to 2 minus D. Our equation can be written as what? K, FD is equal to K into D raised to 2 minus D, V into 2 minus D, rho into 1 minus D, and mu raised to D. Therefore, K into D square, V square, rho into D minus D, V minus D. So we'll solve it. K into D, D square, V square, rho, and mu, they are common. D raised to minus D, V raised to minus D, rho raised to minus D, and mu raised to D. So this is equal to what? A is equal to rho D square V square into this mu upon rho VD raised to D, or K into rho D square, which is D can be written as 5. So, but here remember that why we have taken this numerical, because if number of variable become 4, independent variable become 4, the release method is seeming very what we can call not suitable for solving that or for getting the relation. So therefore, this method is only limited up to 3 variables. So if the fourth variable also we have taken, then this method will become very complicated. Okay. So therefore, here we have to use another method. If the number of variables in the experimentation or expression are become more than 4, then another method we have to use, and that is called as what? Buckingham's pi theorem. It is called as Buckingham's pi theorem. Okay, so we will go to Buckingham's pi theorem now. Okay, everybody, I will send this PPT to you. Everybody understand this? Okay, or you can write down this. As there are 4 unknown and 3 unknown variables, so all equations we have written in terms of D, fourth variable. The fourth variable, so 3 we have written in terms of D only. So D, C is equal to 1 minus D, already we know. So B is equal to 2 minus D. B is equal to 2 minus D. Okay. Then A is equal to, so like this, A, B, C were written in terms of D. And then value of D were written. C is equal to 1 minus D, B is equal to 2 minus D, A is equal to 1 minus B plus 3C plus D. And B value we know, B and D, C value we have written. So all three variables are written in fourth variable in terms of D. And then FD is equal to K into D raised to 2 minus D, D raised to 2 minus D, rho raised to 1 minus D, mu raised to n. So this is mathematical adjustment. K into D square, V square, rho 1 1 means this is we can write multiplication. D raised to square into D raised to minus D or divided by D raised to, this is nothing but what? D raised to square divided by D raised to D, small d, like this. Indexing means what? Yeah, if it is plus is there, it is multiplication, minus is there, division. Like this, we can do it. Understood? Understood? Yes, yes. Okay. Okay, what we'll do today? Today we'll stop here otherwise. Today we'll stop here and I will send cues on our first 2 units, MCQ type cues, and we will complete that cues. Is it okay? Is it okay? So today we'll stop here. Yes, okay. Shubham Singh, Mani Singh, yes, okay. So I will take quickly attendance and then we will go for the queues. I will send the queues on WhatsApp group. Okay, roll number 1. Please attend us, please.
Yes, sir, present.
1 minute, just 1 minute.